Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I would like to welcome all of you to this evening's presentation. Our very reliable and able host, Paul Matu, is on the way to the airport. So he has kindly enabled us to start the meeting. And so we're going to start the meeting the next few minutes. Just to share with you the business idea that I think could really change your life. My name is PASCAL OLOO. I am trained as a civil engineer, and I'm sharing this business presentation with you from Pretoria. And I'm sure we've got people from so many different regions. I see my colleague, Dr. ESEZA NAMBASSI from the Eastern Cape. Is it Eastern Cape or KZN? Okay, it's KwaZulu Natal. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, we want to share this business idea with you. If you're a guest, I'll request you to do two things. One is open your ears and your eyes and take some notes. And two, at the end of this meeting, go back to the person who invited you to make a decision to get involved in the business, or if you have some issues that you'd like clarified, go get back to them. So to proceed with the meeting, give me a few minutes. And I would like to share the screen with you. Okay, let me put it on slideshow. All right. So as I said earlier, my name is PASCAL OLOO. I am trained as a civil engineer. I am a Kenyan by birth. I've been living in South Africa with my wife Betty and our children for the last 26 years. But we've been in this business for 25 years now. Actually, it's a quarter of a century. That sounds a lot, isn't it? It's quite a quarter of a century we've been doing this business. And excuse me, when Betty and I came to South Africa, we came for a very simple reason: to have a better life. I came to South Africa, enrolled at the University of Witwatersrand to do postgraduate course in construction management. I finished, but when I finished, there was not any appreciable increase in my income. And that bothered me because I had spent an additional $4,000 to get a postgraduate course and 2 more years of part-time studies to get a postgraduate course in construction management, but that did not affect my income. And that really frustrated me. The second thing that happened is that God has blessed us with 4 children, and one of them has got sickle cell. So it required one of us as parents to be a full-time parent in order to care for him. So when this business we came across this business, we realized that actually this business would give us a very good solution, not only to increase our income, but we could also be available to our children. And that's what has happened. So if you're a guest, the mission of our business is very, very simple. It's to make the world a healthier and a happier place. But it always starts with you. Because if other people are healthy, other people are happier, but you're not, it doesn't make any difference for you. So it always starts with you. That's Betty and myself. That picture is taken about 8 or 9 years ago. And a friend of mine saw this picture yesterday and she said, "My goodness, you've grown so old." I said, "Yes, I've got a bit of more gray hair than I had at that time." So our story is a very simple story. It's just like yours and mine. We took a decision 25 years ago that we wanted to make a difference in our lives. So if you're also a guest, you're probably in the same position we were in when we saw the business for the first time. I remember Betty is the one who went for the business presentation like this one, although at that time it was a person-to-person meeting. And the speaker that evening was a dear friend of ours from Cape Town called Hansi Cronier. And the thing that attracted Betty to the business is that the presenter was in a similar situation like ourselves. They had a chronically ill child who had cerebral palsy and they required a full-time parental care. So that is, in fact, when Betty came home, he was saying that it appears that this guy has actually was spying on us because he knew that we were in a similar situation. And as I said, the rest is history. Betty and I started, we worked very hard. I remember our first check in the business was $3. And I was very excited by it. After 7 months, our income reached $1,000. And that's what really excited me. And it drove me to commit to the business. I started the business, worked extremely hard. After 3 years, the income from the business was about 3 times my salary, and I fired my boss. But what is this business that we are talking about? Before I describe to you what this business is, I'd like to share with the 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first is called a job. That is when you work for somebody and you're paid a salary. When that happens, it's good because the responsibility to get the money to pay you rests with your employer. But because of technology and the changing, how the world is changing, jobs are not secure anymore. Because of COVID last year, by the end of September, 225 million jobs had been lost around the world. The other challenge with jobs is that there's a lot of internal politics. So job is good because you can actually feed your family, but it's not secure anymore. The second way to generate income is called self-employment. Self-employment is when you start to provide a service or a product to the public, and you offer your personal services in return for the money they pay you. The challenge with self-employment is this. If you are not there physically, if you fall sick, if you want to attend to your family, or you want to go for a holiday, the business depends on you, then it becomes a big challenge. You see, there's only one very simple test to know whether you own the business or the business owns you. Go away from the business for a month or 2. If the business collapses, you don't own the business owns you. The third way that people use to generate income is big businesses, people who invest huge capital, lots of employees and equipment, and with lots of employees comes a lot of labor problems and issues. So this is not available to the ordinary person in the street like you and I. The fourth way of generating income is called investments. That is, you need to have extra cash over and above what you need for your daily living. And then you need to have 2 other additional things, the knowledge and the skill to invest in something that gives you return on your investment. So these are the 4 ways that people use to generate income. There's a 5th way. This is for specialized people like musicians, authors, professional athletes, people who've got extraordinary talent to generate income. But if you are an ordinary person like myself, is there a criteria that you can say this is an ideal business for building wealth? And I think there is, and it has the following criteria. Number 1, very low capital to start this kind of business. In our company, you need between $60 and $100 to start a global business. The second criteria of an ideal business for building wealth is you need to get involved in distribution of goods and services. Why? Because this is what people need. But that leads me to a third item. You need to have a global reach. It simply means that if you really want to be wealthy, you need to be able to provide your product or your service to the global market. Our company does big business in 50 countries around the world. In Africa alone, we do business in 14 countries, which has a population base of 450 million people. The fourth element about an ideal business is leverage. What is leverage? In fact, leverage is one of the secrets of very wealthy people. Leverage simply means that you find a way to multiply your time, your efforts, and the resources you have through cooperating with other people to increase your income earning ability. An example of this is this. In South Africa, maybe other countries, we have a fast food chain called the McDonald's. And the reason why McDonald's became a very wealthy company is they started opening store after store from city to city, from country to country. The last time I checked, McDonald's had 40,000 restaurants around the globe. Now, if each restaurant is only serving, let me say, 1,000 customers, it means you have 40 million customers visiting the McDonald's restaurant at any one time, or at any one day. That is one of the principles of what leverage is. Leverage simply means you have a means or a system to multiply the time, the effort, and reaching more customers. The fifth criteria about an ideal wealth building business is you need to get involved in consumable products. Why consumable? Because a consumable product is a repeat sale. It has to be unique and high quality. You see, you and I are going to buy skincare or soap at the end of this month. And the end of October, November, the same, December, the same. Each month you're going to buy soap. So soap is a very good business because everybody uses soap every day, and when it is finished, they buy some more. The sixth element is you need a business system. What is that? A business system is when you find, when you devise procedures, tools, equipment that you need to run your business so that you as the owner of the business does not have to be present when the business is being conducted. If you look at the banks, if you go to any branch, for example, if you go to Absa Bank, the banks are laid out the same way, they use the same system, they use the same procedures so that the owners of the business do not have to be present when the business is being run. And the last element is timing. Timing is very critical because if you start your business at the wrong time, it becomes difficult to get traction or to penetrate the market. And for us, this business, the timing is very up because of the many job losses around the world, because people have realized the need for good nutrition. Health and nutrition companies are making a lot of money around the globe. And number two, people are looking for ways to generate income. Now, what is network marketing? What is network distribution? Network marketing is a system of distributions of goods and services where a company manufactures a product and they take the products to the marketplace through only one middleman, a distributor like myself. Okay? Now, what is the essential element of a network marketing business? Number one, we cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. Number two, we don't have advertising in our business. For some products, the advertising budget is between 35 and 50% of the cost of the product. What happens in our business? The money the company would have spent to pay all these people is what we pay to distributor. We don't have retailers or wholesalers. Products are explained to customers, and we are paid for successfully referring customers to the company. We don't earn any income from this business unless a customer buys a product. Products are researched and developed on your behalf. That means, although you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself. The company has built infrastructure in 50 different countries that helps your business to grow. There are no qualifications required in this business except three things. Number one, a burning desire to succeed. Number two, teachability. And number three, just hard work. Okay? If you have these three criteria or three elements, you're likely going to be very successful in the business. Now, this is a man who started the company in 1958, Mr. Jerry Brassfield. He started the company at the age of 19. And the reason he started is when he was when he was a teenager, he had very serious asthma. So his mother gave him natural remedies. When he felt better, he decided he might as well share this idea with the rest of the world. And that's how NEOLIFE was born. 62 years later, NEOLIFE is still expanding its business. But the reason why the company has lasted this long is that we believe in some basic principles. The first one is absolute integrity and honesty. That means we tell our customers, distributors, the truth about our products and the truth about what the business can do, what it takes for you to become successful. The second thing is that the most important resource that we have in our business is people. If we don't have people, we don't have anything in this business. The third element is products that work. The company does a lot of research. First, they put together a group of scientists to research and develop the products called the Scientific Advisory Board. We have experts in nutrition, experts in biochemistry, in manufacturing, in so many different scientific fields that has to do with nutrition. The fourth element is equal opportunity for everybody. So in this business, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're young or old, whether you're a CEO, a housewife, a plumber, a student who is just finishing college, anybody can start this business and become successful. And the last element is a long-range vision. Long-range vision means that if you want to succeed in this business, you need to be patient. You need to have a 2 to 5 year horizon. By that, we mean that in a period of 2 to 5 years with hard work, you're going to be financially independent. Financial independence means that if your current source of income stops, this business should be able to support your needs as a family. Okay? So, now, why do people start this business? People start this business for different reasons. Some start the business because they want a better life for their children. Some start the business because they want to live in or buy dream homes. Some start the business because they like beautiful cars. Some start the business because they want to buy holiday homes. Some start the business because they want to make a lot of money. So people start the business from so many different reasons. If you're a guest, you need to have a reason why you're going to start this business. It could be to make ends meet. It could be to pay off your debts. It could be because you want to be independent. So people start the business for so many different reasons. Some start the business because they want to be healthy. So you're going to partner with a company which has got more than 60 years experience in 50 countries, supported by the Scientific Advisory Board, and we have 4 ranges of products. Which are these products? The first one is a cleaning range of products, things that you use to make your house clean. Things for the carpet, the kitchen, the bathroom, the toilet, the tiles, anything in your home that you need for cleaning. The next range of products is personal care products. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third element is the skincare or the nutrients, organics, things for your skin. The fourth element is, which is the highest selling range, is the health and nutritional products. You see, the reason why people take good care of their health is that if your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. Now, how does this business work? This business works when you get involved by doing what we call 3 daily success habits. You see, if you open a restaurant or a shop or a retail outlet, for you to be able to generate some profit, you need to open your doors on a daily basis. The same thing with our business. What are those 3 daily success habits? The first one is we use the products ourselves. Why do we use the products ourselves? For 2 reasons. One, we're supporting our own business. Number 2 is that we want to recommend products to people if we ourselves have used them and have confidence in them. Okay? And by the way, if you're a guest, whether you join this business or not, you're still going to use soap at the end of this month. And at the end of next month, you're still going to buy soap. So everybody, whether you're in business or not, you're still going to use a certain range of products. So what we say, just change your buying habits so that you can start to build a business. Now, because NEOLIFE is registered in different countries, we've standardized the measurement of our business using a system called the point value system. So we recommend that you use 100 points. 100 points is roughly $160 worth of products. The second thing we do in our business is we share the business opportunity. What does that mean? That you start introducing this business to your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, people like yourself who register with the company as distributors, and they do also the first step, which is using the products. Okay? If you introduce 6 people to the business, plus yourself is 7, you have generated 700 PV. The 100 PV is an example of how the business can grow. If you do that, you become a manager and your income is about $45 a month. Okay? The next thing you do is you start teaching the people you brought into the business to do what you do. That is, let's say that the person on the top right corner introduces 2 people, and those two introduce 2 people each, you'll have a 700 PV unit. If you have 700 plus the other 6 gives you 1,300 PV, and you become a senior manager. So the profit you earn and the bonus you're paid is about $90 a month. You become a senior manager. Then the next thing is you go through a duplication process. That means you teach people to do what you're doing in the business. They use the products. They also share products to their own customers. And eventually they build a team of other people. If you have 6 people doing 700 points, that's 4,200 plus your own is 4,300. Your income is about between $580 and $700. You become a director in the business. But you see, not everybody is going to join this business. Some people just want to be customers. And because they are not registered, you make a profit of 20% when you sell products to them. So in this business, you have 2 income streams. The first is retail profit you make from your customers. The second is when you get a bonus or a commission because you've introduced people to join the business, and through your effort, a number of customers and people use the products. The third thing we do in our business on a daily basis is personal development. Personal development simply means that we learn how to be leaders through our sponsor and the training system. Training, support, and personal development, attending seminars, conferences, rallies, doing presentations. All these things are designed to make you a business leader, to learn how to build the business, to explain the business, to explain the products. But you see, some people are interested in a higher income. If you want to earn more money in this business, then you need to help or support the people in your group. If you help one more person become a director like yourself, your income is about $1,000 per month. If you help 3 people become directors, your income is about $2,000 a month. If you help 6 people become directors, your income goes to about $5,000. So the amount of money you earn depends on the number of people you bring into the business and you support and help them to become successful like yourself in the business. Now, I could be talking, but I would like to invite a very dear friend of ours, a dear friend who is with me in South Africa, Dr. ESEZA NAMBASSI. I think she'll give you her story. Her story is really captivating. And every time I listen to the business, I'm glad that I joined this business. So, Dr. ESEZA, I would like you to share your story with us. If you can hear me, and unmute yourself. Can you hear me? Hello, Dr. Nambassi, can you hear me? You need to unmute yourself.
I just have, sorry. This is unreal. My internet is telling me that it's unstable. And that's because we are at peak time of usage, but I hope it can hold out. Good evening, everybody. Can everybody see me?
Yes, we can see and hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. Let's just pray for this internet. Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is ESEZA NAMBASSI. As I've been introduced, I am a medical doctor by training. I like to say that by passion, I am the most excited NEOLIFE distributor, this side of the equator and that side of the equator. But yes, it's lovely to be here, and thank you for inviting me, Pascal. And we have known each other for a long time, thanks to NEOLIFE. I don't think we would have ever met if it wasn't for this amazing opportunity. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I am a wife. I'm married to Eddie Nambassi. He's also a medical doctor like myself. We met at medical school a while ago. He was doing his postgraduate. I was about to finish my undergraduate. And yes, we come from Uganda, and we were both a bit disillusioned by the carryings on at that time. And I'm talking the mid-80s. That's when we decided to leave the country. And our first stop was Zambia. And so we lived very well in Zambia, very happy, and had our first baby there. And in fact, she's famous because she was born on Zambia's Independence Day, which is coming next Sunday. And then after that, we decided to leave and move further south and arrived in South Africa before apartheid was dismantled. So we've lived here a long time, but I personally was quite frustrated. I felt boxed in. I felt like I was a prisoner in circumstances that I wasn't very happy about. What is that? As a medical practitioner, as a medical doctor, working in the government service, I was just seeing people on a revolving door. I wonder whether you understand that, where you were not really helping people to truly find health. You were medicating their conditions. And I knew that that's how we were educated in medical school. And I just did not like that paradigm at all. But hey, I carried on and carried on. And one day we decided to move from that little place we were working to East London. So now, on arrival in East London, it's quite a big city in the Eastern Cape. As we were settling down, and as I was searching for an opportunity, basically because I was unhappy with the cleaning products I was using. I just hated buying cleaning products from the shops. I got to a point of saying to my husband that, you know what, you go shopping, I'm not coming with you, because I had read the labels. Now, I don't know how many of you read your labels when you go shopping. If you do, I just want to know how many of you can work out all those chemical things that are on there, okay? And if you understand them, good for you. But I remember in those years, the label on a sunlight liquid, sorry, I shouldn't mention names, but this bottle of dishwashing liquid was on the outside of the bottle. And today, if you look at a bottle of that label is on the inside. In order to read it, you have to finish the product first. And then you'll read all the chemical names at the bottom of the label. And that made me scratch my head. Right, so I was praying for an opportunity. So one day I was looking for a church to settle in. We had moved into this big city. And then somebody picked up my name. 2 days later, they were phoning me. I remember distinctly, it was a Tuesday evening. I was given a phone call. And now the call went something like this. If I were to show you a way to make an extra income, would you have a look? And I said, yes, I would have a look. Listen, I am a medical doctor. I could have given all the excuses that would have been valid. I have no time. I am earning too much money. I have young children. Any excuse, but I didn't give an excuse. I said, yes, I want to look, but is it legal? I will not do anything that is not legal. He said, 100%. Then we said, okay, you're welcome to pop in and tell us all about it. Now, we sat there, husband and myself, waiting for how to be told to make a lot of money. But he asked a key question, and the question was, what is your dream? And I thought to myself, this is actually weird. Who asks an adult what the dreams are? But you know, since then, I've learned how key that question is. And actually, it relates also to myself, because I remembered that my original dream would have been to study biochemistry and physiology and go into research of human nutrition. That was my original dream. So eventually, when we went to the presentation, the first thing I saw was a product display. And on the product display were cleaning products. Now, do you remember I was looking for cleaning products that wouldn't poison my 2 children that I had at that time? And why I wanted different cleaning products, I didn't explain properly, was because these kids had rashes and eczema. And I had figured, I sort of connected dots that what if it is these chemicals that I'm buying that are causing these things, connecting those dots. So sure enough, I told the husband that, you know, I don't care what anybody says, I'm starting with this business, because the man said they are non-toxic, they are highly economical, the products are effective, and they are 100% biodegradable. And those are the attributes I was looking for. This is 25 plus years ago that I was looking for those attributes. So I guess one can say I had seen something. I had a vision, because today research is coming out thick and fast, really thick and fast, to tell us that a lot of the chronic diseases that we are seeing, all the high blood pressure, all the diabetes, the obesity, the arthritis, the depression and anxiety, you know, all those are lumped together as non-communicable diseases or lifestyle diseases, are being directly linked to the amount of exposure to environmental toxins. So I believe God had spoken to me and pointed me in the direction that I should go. I truly believe that. So yes, we got started, and obviously, because there was a starter kit, there were some cleaning products, some nutrition products. But what I chose to do on that day was to discard everything I had ever bought from the stores. I threw away all the refills and the packets of soap and the bath soaps and everything. I was fortunate that I had got some money that month because it was my birthday month. I was born in March, and in South Africa, there was a system of giving us a bonus in our birthday month. So I went to town and bought everything and replaced everything once. And then we embarked also on the nutrition supplements that had come in the kit. And what do you know? Health started coming back, you know? We used to be very, very tired. You do calls and you become really tired. You couldn't even relate to each other. And suddenly there was health coming back. And I'm just so glad we chose to go down that route, this route. And for all the guests on the call, I just want to let you know, coming from a medical doctor, that this is truly health. This is, you know, it isn't anything gimmicky. It is true health that I would have wanted to give to my patients, not that revolving door that I was describing. Anyway, over the years, we have been able to use the income from this opportunity to educate our children. I had to when I got started. Then about 2 years after getting started in the opportunity, I chose to have a third baby who came a few years afterwards. Not because I was infertile or anything like that, but I know that in those years, it was difficult to plan babies because there was no maternity leave in South Africa, pre-liberation. Then when liberation came, I said, okay, remember that maternity leave that I was supposed to have then? Please, may I have it now? So I had my third NEOLIFE baby. And I want to tell all the women on the call that I was healthier having a third baby at almost 40, I was 38, than I had been when I had my first baby at 27. Far healthier. Why? Because these supplements work. We saw the difference, and I will forever be grateful that I opted for these particular supplements, because it is the leading company that makes all its nutrition supplements from food. So don't be bamboozled by other people that this one is cheaper, it's like yours, but it is better and all that. No, this is real food. So my story is now so bent on teaching people. I feel I'm doing what I'm passionate about, teaching people about real health, helping people to connect dots between their environment, their disease conditions, and the fact that they can take responsibility. I am really big on people knowing, because who knows you better than yourself? And you know, that is something that we are not taught in medical school. We are taught to hear what you're saying, tease out the symptoms, and try and stop the symptoms. With NEOLIFE, you will learn yourselves that you can address it at the root cause, which I think is really important, as long as you know. I keep on seeing all these questions about fibroids. What do you do for fibroids? And people are shocked when I say, well, what washing powder are you using? Have you thought of changing your washing powder in order to manage your fibroids? Because your fibroids might be as a result of that washing powder that is messing up your hormones. And you know, it sounds weird, doesn't it? It sounds really odd. Even to a medical doctor, it will sound odd. But if they go and read up the latest research, they will know now that endocrine disrupting chemicals are for real. And so we now come to where we are at with this pandemic. And you might say that is an infectious disease. Yeah, sure, it is an infectious disease. But my question is, why is our immune system not working? What went wrong? Because we are supposed to recognize viruses within a few minutes of a viral infection. The body is supposed to produce all the antibodies and the T lymphocytes to stop that infection. What has gone wrong? Okay, so again, people will say she is crazy. She's telling me to change to these non-toxic biodegradable products. Yes, that's where it begins. Take away the toxins, take away all the hormone disrupting chemicals, make sure that your environment and your skin environment and your gut environment are healthy, then your immune system will be healthy, 100% healthy. So I'm having a lot of fun now educating people. We have amazing products, something like Botanical Balance. You know, this company uses a lot of creativity as well as getting back to nature. And that's what the ethic is. Based in nature, backed by science, to give us products that actually address the issue at the root of the issue. Botanical Balance, you have it, we don't, we have it here now in South Africa. But another one is CoQ10. I have every faith that it will come to South Africa as well. But CoQ10 will just give you that extra edge on your energy, and will slow down the aging process as well. Then we have amazing things like the herbals. We don't have herbals, all the herbals in South Africa, but with the amazing infrastructure that everybody who gets started with this business has access to. I recently needed some herbals. I ordered them online from South Africa, and somebody coming from Namibia was able to bring them for me. We have that infrastructure. No other company has that. NEOLIFE went online in 2018 for each and every one of you. And COVID came along and we could sit in our houses and continue with our businesses. How awesome is that? And then I just want to talk about what personally as a family we have gained from this opportunity. We have traveled. I love to travel. That was one thing that when I was asked, what are your dreams? It was one of the things I said, I want to educate my children and I want to travel. So with NEOLIFE, there are travel opportunities that we have enjoyed. This last weekend, I had an all expenses paid trip to Sun City, which was totally amazing because we had a leadership training school. It was called Ruby Orientation. And we had an amazing time indeed. So if you like to travel, if you like to be healthy, if you like people to argue with you when you give them your age, and they say, no, you're telling us lies, okay? Because seriously, a lot of my friends that I went to school with in the 70s, same age group, look way older because of the ravages of life. And yet if you've got antioxidants like carotenoid complex and vitamin C and vitamin B complex and vitamin A and D and all those things on board regularly, you slow down the aging process. And of course, the shake, the 22 amino acids. Then we are in the process of getting all our dreams to come true. So for the guests, I just want to encourage you. I want you to not hesitate. I want you to know that this is a good family to belong to. And we call ourselves a family on a mission to make the world far healthier, much happier. And I say that with all honesty, because let me tell you why. You do not benefit from sick neighbors around you. You do not benefit at all. Other people might benefit because they'll keep them on that revolving door. But if you genuinely love people, you will not allow that to happen in your neighborhood. So speak to your neighbors so that the whole neighborhood becomes happier and healthier, and all of us can turn Africa and the world around. And I think it is time that we actually woke up to a few truths that without personal responsibility of knowing how to look after your own health and the health of your loved ones, and now I'm speaking to the women on the call, I'm speaking like a woman. Ladies, you have the health of your families in your hands because you make the choices. You are the ones who choose what soap to wash with. You are the ones who choose how you are going to feed your families. And so I'll close with this. When I got started, I laid down the law that supplements are part of our diet. These are not pills to treat every ill. This is part of our diet. It is food, okay? And so I also laid down the law that we are never going to buy from the shops again. When we go down the aisle, it's only for toilet paper, nothing else, okay? Because we have everything in NEOLIFE. And so I look forward to hearing that a lot of people have got started. All the guests, please do not hesitate. You'll be mentored, you'll be coached. You can ask questions. All the people that are in my downline know that they're welcome to ask questions. There's a little part of the story that I may have missed out. By the way, at the very beginning, when I saw this in East London, I told the president then that, hey, let's take this to East Africa. And he said, no, we're not in East Africa, but lady, if you have any other bright ideas, call me. And then I told other uplines that let's go to East Africa. So we are privileged, and I think PASCAL is among the ones as well who first brought the opportunity to East Africa in all those years ago, 1996-ish. But yes, I'm so proud to see the growth, and I'm so proud of you, and we love you with a passion. I hope this has helped somebody to make up their mind to get started. Thank you, PASCAL, for inviting me. I think I'm done.
Thank you so much, Dr. ESEZA. Your testimony is really, in fact, the first time I heard you talking about the cleaning products affecting our hormones, I actually almost panicked, and I was glad that we joined NEOLIFE, because that is something I didn't have to worry about. So it's really incredible. You know, sometimes when you talk to people about our products, they miss the point of their personal health, and they think maybe anyway, I don't want to repeat your fantastic session that you've done. It's really appreciate, and it's amazing. And those of you who are guests, I can't emphasize more for you to make a decision to start this business. Let me just wind up and tell you what it is to succeed in the business. You see, because of technology, the company has made the business very efficient. For example, in fact, Dr. ESEZA mentioned it. You can order products in Namibia, and she's in South Africa, and the products were brought to South Africa because of the system is integrated worldwide. I mean, last week, Friday, I have an M-Pesa account. I ordered products for a friend of mine in Mumias, which is in Kenya. It took 2 days and they got their products. That is how effective NEOLIFE has become. If you want to order products, you can order online. If you want to register new distributors and build a team, you can do it online. The moment you register, you get what is called your own back office. These are personalized website where your prospects, your customers can have a look at the products, the business idea. Training is done locally and internationally. In fact, I was checking the screen. I was seeing people from Sweden, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, Nigeria, Namibia, people from so many different regions attending the same presentation or the same training. Delivery of products, the company contracts courier companies in different regions. Payment is done online by either electronic funds transfer or mobile money. Payment of bonuses and commissions, the same, by EFT or mobile money. So the company has made this business simple and efficient to build so that it makes it easy for people to build a global business without actually leaving their country. Dr. NAMBASSI was talking about travel. Betty and I had the privilege of attending the Ruby Orientation School at the Santon Sun Hotel in Johannesburg. 4 days of luxury. The company treats you extremely well. You know, when you go to such venues, you meet very top-class people in society. You go to your room, you find a bottle of aloe vera. You go for the meeting, you find a bottle of aloe vera. It's really a fantastic time. The other place that some of our distributors have gone to is in 2017 to Abu Dhabi, where the company takes you for training, but also for holiday. Those are some of the people who attended the leadership school and at the Santon Sun Hotel, people from Namibia, people from Mozambique, Tanzania, Nigeria, Ghana, people from different regions. If you're a guest, ask yourself, if you keep doing what you're doing now, where will you be in 5 years? What will happen to your health? What will happen to your income? Will you be able to say that you are in a family of people that you trust? In fact, I remember with fond memories the places that Eddie and ESEZA NAMBASSI, we've been together. We've been to US a number of times. Some of our friends, Dr. Kingu and Joyce from Eastern Cape, we've been to San Francisco, we've been to Hawaii together. This creates bonds and friendship that lasts you a lifetime. And that is what I think Dr. NAMBASSI said, that this is a family. Because you have a shared interest, you've got shared concern, and you have the same values. Now, if you're a guest, go back to the person who invited you. They will show you what to do. They'll give you an application form. You'll pay your registration amount. In fact, my apologies, I needed to update this presentation. The price list in South Africa has changed. So the business kit in South Africa is between 725 and 2,000, I think 850. We will share with you the actual price. If you're in South Africa, ask your upline leader to share with you the new price. The new price was effective from today, the 18th. In Kenya is 7,360 to 8,970. In Nigeria, 18,400 or 23,650 naira. In Tanzania is 140,500 or 170,700 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda is 203,900 or 242,500. In the US is $99. Sweden is 1,025 Swedish kronas. In Italy is 64 euros, and in Ghana is 240 or 384 Ghanaian cedis. So if you're a guest, this is what you need to register as a distributor, and you have access to a global business. What does it take to succeed? The first step is you need to make a decision. Success always begins with a decision. I remember very clearly when Betty and I made a decision. It was the 19th of March, 1996. It was a Thursday when we saw the business, and on Friday we made a decision. On Saturday we started the business. So the first thing is success begins with a decision. The next thing is you need to know what you want. What is your dream? Dr. NAMBASSI talked about a dream. In fact, I find it funny that when you meet a lot of people and ask them, what is your dream? It's a bit as if it's a strange question that they've never been asked before. And I think the reason for that is when you are young, we've got a dream of building good things, traveling to many places. But as we grow older, we lose focus or we lose sight of that dream. So when you get into the business, you're asked many times, what is your dream? The second thing you need to do is you need to find out what you need to do to become a success. What does that mean? You need to be teachable. You need to allow yourself to be taught for people who've been experienced in this business. The third element is hard work. There is no shortcuts in this business, just sheer hard work, guts, persistence, and if you follow those three things, you're going to be successful. And number four, you need faith in yourself, in your sponsor. You know, I must admit this, when I see this word sponsor, sometimes I get a bit, because it has got a negative connotation in the public in some areas. A sponsor in our business is a person who takes responsibility to help you become successful. That is what your sponsor is. You need to believe in NEOLIFE. If you believe in these things, you're going to be successful. So ladies and gentlemen, today is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? You see, I read a long time ago a friend who said that whether you have a big dreams, small dreams, or no dreams at all, the price you pay is the same. It's your entire life. The question is, what is your dream worth? How much are you willing to put down to make your dreams become a reality? And the difference is the difference between the date you're born and the date that you die. That is who you are. That is what you have done. What decisions are you going to make? And how will your life turn out? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for attending this presentation. If you're a guest, go to the person who invited you. May God bless you and may your dreams become a reality. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ari. I really appreciated your testimony. I'm sure Paul is going to invite you for more testimony. You know, I've been reading the comments on the chat. Your story is really powerful. I really appreciate.
The good thing about a story, it doesn't change.
Fantastic.
It remains my story.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for inviting me.